My name is Middleton, and the title of my dramatic monologue is Aunt Cindy. I knew my Aunt Cindy as a wonderful mother, a little bit irresponsible, but she was still a great person in general. She had a chronic smoking disorder called COPD, which is chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, and she was put into the hospital various times. I'm gonna go through that. And her family was in a financial crisis. They were not exactly a middle class; they were more of a lower class end, and their living conditions weren't the best they could be. Well, my Aunt Cindy was real close to me, real close to my family. She was historically late to every family meeting, every family tradition like Christmas and Thanksgiving or whatnot. Sometimes she just wouldn't show up. Well, in 2011, she was found in her bed, not knowing if she was dead or just in a coma. Well, we found out by her son that she was in a coma, and he called EMTs, which is 911, and they took her to the hospital, and she didn't wake up for another 6 weeks. Well, I stayed, my mom stayed, like every night until at least 9 o'clock, and just waiting for the doctor's word that she would be okay, and waiting for her to say her first words coming up. Like, we didn't know she had to learn how to speak again, learn how to walk again, whatever. Well, she finally woke up, and they got her back healthy, and they gave her, like little nicotine patches, and the doctor gave us the okay, she was good to go home. So she went home. Well, she made it about a year. She told me that she wouldn't smoke again. She wouldn't smoke again. She wouldn't, do the stuff she was doing. She would get a job and provide more for her family than what she was already doing. Well, in 2012, almost a year later, she was readmitted into a 4-week coma. She didn't wake up for another 4 weeks. And when she did wake up, I went to visit her. And when I walked in, she immediately pulled out her trachea, which is a breathing tube, and the third of a COPD patient, because they need more breathing, or no blockage of the airway. She had feeding tubes, and she couldn't speak, but she could hear me, and we had to understand her, and it really aggravated her. So when I walked in, of course I wasn't that good with like mouthing words and stuff. Well, she was aggravated, and she just yanked it right on out. So my mom rushed me and my family out, and she helped my Aunt Cindy while I got a nurse to go into the room. Well, finally, she was good to go again. Still struggling, still smoking when she came out, and in 2013 she was readmitted, and she was in there for about a month, and then she died on June 4, 2013 by COPD. And her husband, which is my Uncle Stan, was the guy who provided for her family, provided for her kids. She had 4 kids, 2 from a deceased ex-husband that was hit head-on in a motorcycle crash, and 1 kid from my Uncle Stan, and 1 was adopted to the family because she was part of our family. Well, about 6 months later, my Uncle Stan overdosed, and he had a heart attack, which was the cause and effect of a lot of medicine taken, and he didn't have a good heart and whatnot. And so he died. He left his kids with no dad, no mom, and now they're doing better. One of my cousins has a kid, a wife, a place to live, and he's providing for his family. And 1 still lives with my grandma, and a couple more, and one of them still lives with my grandma, but she has a son that my grandma takes care of. And I guess what I'm trying to get to everybody is that you should be appreciative of what you have and your family, because you never know when it's going to be your last time with them. And that's my dramatic monologue.